Hey everyone, we're going to talk about the various communication in different countries in Africa, Asia, Latin countries, and Europe. So, what is cultural and intercultural communication? Cultural communication is the practice and study of how different cultures communicate within the community by verbal and nonverbal means. Cultural communication can also be referred to as intercultural communication and cross-cultural communication. Intercultural communication is defined as situated communication between individuals or group of different linguistic and cultural origins. First, we're going to have Africa. Gongs. The tone and rhythm of a gong in relation to the verbal message may be used to reinforce or underscore the importance of the latter. Made from metal, gongs are an important medium of communication in rural parts of Africa where people live in close communities. Drums. Drums were once played in every facet of African culture: beliefs, practices, religion, identity, dress, consumption practices, or food. They were and are still used for communication in African communities to send messages over long distances. Direct communication. Though mannerism and communication vary among ethnic groups, most South Africans have a direct style of communication. They generally speak confidently and straight to the point. Their intention and meaning is generally very self-evident. Secondly, we have Asia. Asian culture usually practice high-context communication through the use of non-verbal elements such as body language, tone of voice, and a person's status. Whereas in American culture, information are spelled out, reflecting low-context communication. The Japanese rely on facial expression, tone of voice, and posture to tell them what someone feels. They often trust non-verbal messages more than the spoken word, as word can have several meanings. The context in which something is said affects the meaning of the word. In Asia, paying respect to elder is expected among younger people. The gesture, such as bowing, expresses the utmost respect. The elaborate and refined Japanese tea ceremony is also meant to demonstrate respect for grace and good etiquette. The third one is Latin America. The Mexican communication is expressive and emotional. It is accepted to show the positive emotions in business. Mexicans will also interrupt each other or speak at the same time. It is also common to touch each other's wrist or upper arm while talking and to pat someone on the shoulder. Expressiveness, exaggeration, and even passionate discussion are typical characteristics of Latin American communication style. Body language. Mexicans tend to use many hand and arm gestures throughout conversation. People belonging to indigenous group tend to have a particularly reserved and shy demeanor around foreigners or urban Mexicans. And the last one is Europe. The European Union has 24 official languages: Bulgarian, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, English, Estonian, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hungarian, Irish, Italian, Latvian, Lithuanian, Maltese, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Slovak, Slovenian, Spanish, and Swedish. Usually two, often three, his or her mother tongue English as de facto lingua franca, and some other big European language, French, German, or Spanish. People reside in Europe uses the language that they use every day. It is the same with how the Philippines communicate. The only difference here is that our country, we have so many dialects. European hand gestures, body language, cold fingertip kiss. You might have seen this in gesture overacted in a number of comedies and films, but it is actually real. Personal space, eyelid pull, chin flick, cooing, head nod, nose tap, and the okay sign. That's all. Thank you all for listening.